is CTV News.
Good evening, I'm Sanjay Maru. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with the story of 3 women murdered over the span of 15 years. Tonight, police say the man responsible for all of their deaths was a Windsor man who died years ago. Investigators from OPP and Toronto Police announcing today they have linked the homicides and the man responsible using DNA technology. CTV's Janice Golding leads us off tonight.
Toronto police say they've solved 3 cold cases dating back decades, but say the man responsible, Kenneth Smith, is long gone, dying in 2019.
His death means he will never be held to account in a court of law, and we recognize the impact that has on families who have waited so long for justice.
The victim's 25-year-old Christine Prince, who was last seen in June 1982 on a streetcar in St. Clair West near Wychwood. 23-year-old Claire Sampson, meanwhile, was last seen in September 1983 near Jarvis and Gerrard. And then in July 1997, nearly a decade and a half later, 41-year-old Gracelyn Greenidge was found dead in her Driftwood Avenue apartment.
These women were never forgotten, and it is because of the commitment of so many that we are able to give their loved ones at least one crucial answer today.
In 2016, the National DNA Databank would match DNA from the Prince and Sampson murders to an unknown male profile.
No one in their lives linked them together, and even the manner of their death was different. The only thing that linked them was the offender's DNA.
The next year, the Center of Forensic Sciences linked that same offender to Greenidge. The tech was limited at the time, however, and it wasn't until this year that genetic genealogy technologies helped investigators find relatives of the offender, conclusively identifying Smith on December the 3rd.
He had been incarcerated at least once before the first 2 murders and twice before Gracelyn's murder.
Smith had a history of sexual assault and was known to police, and lived and worked in Toronto at the time of the murders. Now investigators believe there may be additional victims.
Anything that we can gather, anything that we can put together, anything that we can find out where he was, we can look for unsolved cases in those territories and see what we can do with that.
Police say Smith, who meets the definition of serial killer, relocated to Windsor, Ontario in 2013, dying there at the age of 72 6 years ago. Police are encouraging anyone who has information about Smith to contact them, saying there could be other victims and families who deserve answers. Janice Golding, CTV News.
Windsor police are looking for a suspect following a road rage confrontation where a firearm was allegedly pulled on another driver. Officers were called shortly after midnight on December 1st after a driver reported being threatened in a parking lot near Riverside Drive East and Glengarry. Police say the incident started at Olette and University when one driver was cut off. Both vehicles then pulled into a riverfront lot where a verbal fight escalated and the suspect reportedly pointed a gun at the victim driving off and the other driver following him all the way to the area of Huron Church. No injuries were reported. The suspect is described as a Middle Eastern man, about 25, with short dark hair and a dark mustache, driving a possibly black 4-door sedan. Police are requesting anyone with surveillance or dash cam video to come forward. Anonymous tips can be left with Crime Stoppers. Meanwhile, Windsor police have arrested one suspect and are searching for another in regards to an armed assault and property damage. Investigators say 2 masked women stole a vehicle on November 26th and drove to a home to confront someone using bear spray and firing a firearm-style BB gun. Police say the pair returned 2 hours later, smashing a window with a knife and shooting the BB gun again. No physical injuries were reported. But police are searching for 18-year-old Maya Rose LaBelle Hansor. She is wanted on 10 charges, including assault with a weapon and administering a noxious substance. LaBelle Hansor is described as a white woman, 5'3", with a slender build, long black hair, and brown eyes. The second suspect, a 16-year-old, turned herself into police and is facing 9 charges. Anyone with information is asked to contact Windsor Police's Major Crimes Unit. The city of Windsor is looking into what could be done to avoid collisions with a monument at a West End roundabout. A vehicle crashed into the Sandwich Street monument at the center of the roundabout last night. According to residents in the area, a car also slid through the roundabout and hit a sign on Wyandotte. The city of Windsor is waiting for the results of a police investigation before they look at recent collision data at that intersection to determine if any action is necessary moving forward. Residents are being asked to be cautious when entering a roundabout.
It's just another one of those reminders to drive really slowly, take your time, especially in roundabouts. Make sure that there's nobody in the roundabout before you enter it. In this case, we don't know what caused the accident, and like I said, hopefully we'll find out and we'll be able to do some more investigation. But just be safe out there.
An 8-year-old boy we introduced to you just yesterday is in London receiving treatment for leukemia and likely will not be home for Christmas. But as CTV's Bob Belichico shows us, despite the distance, he and his family are feeling the love and support pouring in from the community.
We're very, very thankful for everybody helping out our family and praying for our little boy.
Michelle Flood has been overwhelmed with emotions since she and her family learned that her son Colin has leukemia. The 8-year-old is now in London receiving treatment, and despite everything he's facing, his strength and spirit have been lifting the family through an incredibly difficult time.
We'll find those moments where we're crying and he'll look at us and just say, "I'm not scared. It's okay. I'm going to be okay," which is great.
The family is blown away at the support they've received. A GoFundMe page is already nearing its goal, and Windsor Spitfires captain Liam Greentree and Ethan Belchez have sent Colin a personal message. LaSalle Minor Hockey and other hockey centers have rallied for Colin. His friends from the LaSalle Sabres U9MD team are playing in Leamington Friday night, and that team is doing something special before the game.
They're going to skate with the LaSalle team, and they're going to hold up their signs, and they've reached out and said they have a little care package that they'd like me to reach out to the family, make sure that I can get it up to London for them. So very thoughtful.
For Michelle McNeil, whose son is friends with Colin, the diagnosis has been difficult to understand.
We've never had that talk with him before, and then it being one of his really close buddies, he took it pretty hard. The first couple days he was quiet.
Over the past couple of weekends, parents have gotten together at DNR Apparel to press T-shirts. They're doing it again this weekend. So far, they've sold 600 T-shirts. Tonight, they're introducing helmet stickers. If you're interested in any of that, we'll have a link on our website for you. Colin and his family will be in London over the holidays, but despite the difficult journey ahead, Colin's determination is already shining through.
He's always been my tough guy. He's always been my feisty little man, and it's serving him well right now. And he also reminded us that we just have to take it day by day.
Bob Belichico, CTV News.
The town of Tecumseh has 31 public charging stations for electric vehicles, and up until now they've been free to use. But starting January 15th, there will be a charging fee of $2 an hour until the vehicle is fully charged. Then, after a 30-minute grace period, the hourly fee would go up to $5. The idle fee is meant to encourage drivers to make room for others to use the same charger. Town administration says it does not have an estimate for how much revenue the municipality will generate, but all revenue will be used to offset utility costs for the program. Any surplus would go toward energy conservation projects. Well, gift cards are a popular present over the holidays, and the vast majority are given and received without any trouble. But occasionally, you could end up with one that's been tampered with, leaving you with a zero balance. As CTV's Pat Foran shows us, if you get or give a gift card that turns out to be empty, it can be months trying to get your money back.
Gift cards are an easy way to show your appreciation for a family member or friend, but sometimes criminals are able to tamper with them and drain their balances before you get a chance to use them.
It's very embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
Peter and Elaine Terry of Toronto bought their good friend a gift card for the LCBO. He received it a month ago, but when he went to use the $100 gift card, it was empty.
He called and said he'd been to the LCBO to use the gift card, and they told him it had a zero balance.
The Terrys purchased the gift card at Shoppers Drug Mart and weren't sure why there was a problem. What followed was almost a month of being bounced back and forth between Shoppers and the LCBO, with neither side offering a refund.
I think Shoppers should reimburse you your money because you paid for it there.
Gift card fraud can take different forms, but generally criminals go to a store, copy the card number and bar activation code, then reseal the package. They may also place fake barcode stickers on the cards. When the card is activated, money that's added goes to the scammer instead of the gift card holder. Always inspect gift card packaging carefully.
You want to avoid getting cards that may have been tampered with, and one way to do that is look for ones that have more secure packaging or are perhaps behind the counter.
When CTV News reached out to shoppers, its parent company Loblaw said, "Our teams are trained to recognize tampering and other fraudulent situations involving gift cards, doing their best to intercept suspicious transactions before purchase." That said, we understand this is a frustrating experience for customers. Loblaw made it right with the Terrys in record time, giving them back $100 cash.
We got our money back, Pat, after we spoke with you yesterday within 2.5 hours, thanks to you and CTV.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
Erie Shores Healthcare is preparing for a surge in flu cases. The hospital says their influenza cases have been slowly increasing, but they're expecting to see a surge in cases over the next week. While flu cases are rising, the hospital says COVID and RSV remain very low, but that is expected to change with a surge in pediatric cases within the next 4 weeks. Starting December 15th, Erie Shores will be implementing mandatory masking for visitors. Masking will be mandatory as well for all staff and physicians within 2 meters of a patient during direct patient care. Well, for people living in one Essex neighborhood, lights going up is far from the only way they mark the start of the holidays. It's also when a dozen giant snowmen take over the street. CTV's Travis Fortnam now on how a playful idea between neighbors has turned into a full-blown Frosty-sized tradition.
Drive through this neighborhood on the north end of Essex and you'll see them right away. Identical 12-foot snowmen lined up across more than 40 front lawns.
We're just going around town looking for lights, and we came into the neighborhood and we happened to notice all these similar snowmen everywhere, and it was just the coolest thing. The kids were just roaring laughing.
This was no accident. What's become a subdivision-wide theme started as a quick convo between neighbors.
Next thing you know, he's blowing up my phone, I'm blowing up his phone, and he goes, "Buddy, Debbie ordered 30 of them.
From there, the snowman army spread house by house, quickly turning into something neighbors hope becomes an annual tradition.
We know by the third, fourth year, it's going to boom, right? But right now, we got over 40 snowmen, 12 foot tall.
Residents here say the appeal is simple, something cheerful for the kids and a moment of fun for anyone driving by.
The neighborhood loves it, the kids love it, and that's what matters the most.
And for Troy Labadie, that joy matters even more this time of year.
What I want is just some Christmas spirit, some joy, some smiles, and a lot of people are going through a lot of hardship, and especially this time of year is very tough for a lot of people. So if we can put a smile on a face by them taking a look at a bunch of snowmen, I call it the Snowman Army, it's just an awesome thing.
And it's already having that effect.
I think it's wonderful. It shows a sense of community and togetherness.
Merry Christmas! Travis Fortnam, CTV News.
Coming up ahead of AM 800's day-long Cans for a Cause drive at Devonshire Mall tomorrow, we're hearing from the people who count on that support and those who make it happen. CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald joining me now for a look at the forecast. And Gary, I imagine we're talking about humidity and sunshine. Just kidding. I know you've made the plea mid-December. I got to accept the cold is here to stay.
Cold is here to stay, but there is some good news as we head towards next week. I think we'll see temperatures jump quite a bit and be above the freezing mark, believe it or not, for a daytime high. But we'll have to take some time to get there. This weekend is going to be even colder than it has been today. And we were 4 degrees below seasonal. Reach a high of -2.3. Our average high is 2.5 degrees Celsius on the plus side. This massive system is still putting down snow. Lake effect, as you can see, streamers coming off of Lake Huron, even Georgian Bay, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, working south and east of us here in extreme southwestern Ontario. Ontario. For the most part, anywhere between Windsor, Essex, Chatham, Kent is quiet tonight. In fact, the winds die down before the next snow moves through. That boundary along a front moves through for Saturday morning. Through the afternoon, we'll see some improvement, but it's cold for Saturday and Sunday combined. Right now, very scattered and isolated flurries. If we see it at all in the next 24 hours, it is going to be light. Computer models suggesting upwards of a centimeter. I think it's overstated. The cold temperatures, though, that's the dominant feature of this story. -10, the low before dawn tomorrow morning. Feels like about -14. We'll reach that low point in terms of temperatures across the region close to about 4 or 5 a.m. Friday morning under partly cloudy conditions. So it's chilly tonight, now, and chilly tomorrow morning. Here's the breakdown for your Friday. Mostly sunny, in fact. Bright, but not warm. At 8 a.m., -9 feels like about -11, -12. The wind is calm, if not light, throughout the morning, midday, and afternoon. We'll see a high of about -2 coming in, say, around 3 or 4 p.m. By 5 p.m., it's darker and obviously getting colder, down to about -3 at that point, feeling like -7. At least the wind velocities are not very high. All right, here's the 7-day forecast. Daily highs and lows. Take a look at the next 5 days. Technically seasonal. Even that -5, -6 combination over the weekend, potentially between Saturday and Sunday. However, good news is that we'll warm up briefly Wednesday and Thursday for those who just can't bear it anymore. +5 for both Wednesday and Thursday, but it comes with the caveat of rain, snow, and a mixture. For those who are flooding their backyards, setting up the ice rinks, we want it to stay cold. So this could be a bit of an issue next week.
Well, tomorrow is a big day for our sister station, AM 800. They're spending the entire day broadcasting live from Devonshire Mall for Cans for a Cause. It's one day where they hope to fully restock the shelves and fill the bank account for the charity to get through the next year. CTV's Michelle Molesky now on the people they have helped and the people who do the helping.
Bernie Hamlin and Jennifer Wilson collect the provisions for just one box of food for their clients. Everything on this table goes to a single person. There's 2 items they always wish they could include.
Peanut butter and jam, fruit, canned fruit. You know, the more expensive items that people just, you know, you will get a lot of the mac and cheese or the dollar variety of items, but the peanut butter and jams, that's expensive.
Hamlin loves to go out and deliver the food items. He says it's a chance to connect with the people he's dedicated to helping, and often he discovers other ways to make a difference.
That's nice with the home visits. We can go in and see if there's other things they need, because they might ask just for the food, but then we'll go into the home, they'll see, hey, you don't have a kitchen table and chairs, or you don't have a couch.
Clients will get a thrift store voucher.
In those cases where they can't afford to buy it, we say, here's a voucher, go into the store, pick out a couch, and we'll pay for it.
The need for help is great. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul assists 39,000 different people every single year.
With the prices of everything in the store, like, going up and everything, like, so that's what it was and everything. So it's really helping out.
Oh, hugely important. I had to catch up on bills and everything, and I was a bit behind, so couldn't really afford too much groceries. So yeah, it was extremely helpful.
And it's not just food. They're there to reach out and help in finding out if there's any government subsidies or whatever. They really get involved. They're incredible people.
We can't imagine what it's like to have to pick up that phone and say, hey, I need help. I need some food. It's hard. So that's why we don't judge people when we go out on a call.
Hamlin hopes Windsorites will donate to Cans for a Cause, whether it's money or food. He says every little bit makes a difference.
We're all in it together, so let's help each other.
At the Society of St. Vincent de Paul warehouse, Michelle Molesky, CTV News.
It's the last call for Canadians to get a piece of the $500 million settlement in a bread price-fixing class action lawsuit. Loblaw and its parent company, George Weston Limited, are accused of engaging in an industry-wide scheme to fix the price of bread. Canadians have until tomorrow to submit an online claim if they bought packaged bread between January 2001 and December 2021. Those who file a claim could receive $25 within 6 to 12 months after the deadline. No proof of purchase is needed. Strength in the base metal sector helping Canada's main stock index. In Toronto, the TSX gaining 170 points. In New York, the Dow adding 646, the Nasdaq falling 60. The Canadian dollar gains 1/3 cent today. And on commodity markets, gold adds more than $88 an ounce, while oil drops 86 cents a barrel.
Cans for a Cause is back for its 22nd year.
Join us as we broadcast live from Devonshire Mall.
We'll be collecting cash and non-perishable food items for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul.
We need your help, generosity, and goodwill.
Visit us online for more information.
Welcome back. Let's check in now with CTV's Melanie Kentner and Johnny Parks from our sister station, Virgin Radio. They were at the Society of St. Vincent de Paul today, answering the question, what's up, YQG?
Yeah, as you know, Cans for a Cause is Friday, so of course we're going to be there. Johnny, what are you doing this year?
I'm going to be broadcasting in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'm going to help out with the drive-through drop-off. So I expect to see you there with some generous donations. We're with Jen Wilson from Cans for a Cause here. Could you tell us about how people can do the most good?
So the most good for us is actually cash is king. Last year we were able to collect a 6-foot-high skid full of peanut butter. We actually had to buy 5 more skids of peanut butter to keep fed throughout the whole year, and that's where your dollars go. It allows us to buy the food we need to fill up the shelves. But if you happen to have some peanut butter, some jam that could come on down and visit us, you happen to have some nice chunky soups or Habitat soups, cereal, cookies, granola bars, we would love to receive that from you.
And tell us, how crazy is it on Cans for a Cause Day?
It's insane. It's ludicrous. Hopefully it's not as cold this year as last year because we were all pretty frozen.
I'm always blown away by how generous people are for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, but how long does it take to go through all the donations after they come in?
Oh, well, here's the secret. We bring a whole small army with us that works shifts in the tent, and they actually sort and date everything on site as we go. So when it comes in the building, all I have to do is put it away.
That's amazing. And what do you want to say to the people donating?
We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for having our support for 129 years in a row. We love you. Thank you.
We love you. It's an amazing cause, and thank you to everyone who will be donating. It makes Santa's job a lot easier.
That's right, and I think Santa is making a few more stops, or at least one, in the county this weekend.
Yeah, he's going to be in Essex for the Santa Claus Parade. That's going on Saturday at 6:30.
And there's another outdoor event downtown.
Yeah, the grand opening of the ice rink at City Hall Square, so strap on your skates.
Yeah, we're going to lace them up. Yeah. And of course, we put the links for everything online, so you can check that out, and that's What's Up, YQG.
And that's not all. The Windsor-Essex County Humane Society is kicking off its annual 12 Days of Christmas adoption promotion tomorrow, offering special deals every day to help more animals find a family before the holidays. CTV's Chris Campbell has that story.
From dogs and cats to rabbits and small critters, the Windsor-Essex County Humane Society is dressing up adoption season with a festive twist.
This time of year, it's always nice to have a push to get our animals a home for the holidays.
Each day until December 23rd features a different deal. 12 days of Christmas deals, with some fees slashed or even waived entirely. The shelter says the hope is to find as many homes as possible before the holidays.
It also is a really nice time because more family tends to be around. It's good for a transition as well. If you're acclimating your animal to your home, having more people around to bond with the animal is really important. That first time period of bonding is great. So the holiday period is perfect for that ability.
All adoptable pets are spayed or neutered, vaccinated and microchipped, ready to start their new lives.
Right now we have about 9 dogs on the website for adoption. We have more coming. We have 35 dogs total in our care. And then cats, we have about 200 cats right now. So, and then small animals, probably about 15.
The daily specials are posted online, and staff say the best way to find your perfect match is to drop by and meet them face to face. But Executive Director Lynette Bain notes the Humane Society does not encourage giving pets as surprise gifts.
Buying a gift of an animal for someone else who it's a surprise, not a great idea, not what we're promoting or advocating for. We're promoting having another animal join your home for the holidays, something that's going to be a nice addition to your home.
Chris Campbell, CTV News.
And Gary is back with a final look at weather. Gary.
Cold, wind chill values in the minus teens. Tomorrow we'll see some sunshine and fair weather cloud. Not likely to see temperatures really that near the daytime averages for at least the next 4 or 5 days straight. That takes us through the weekend. And just keep this in mind. The average daytime high as of today is -2. By the middle of next week, it'll be closer to about -7.8. On the plus side, we are seeing potentially a bit of a break from heavy snow over the next several days. But by Wednesday, although it gets warmer, and significantly so, we'll see some rain and significant snow and ice melt. So keep that in mind. We stay cold for the next few days through the weekend. Wind chill values into the minus teens in the mornings for at least the next 4 or 5 days straight before, miraculously, some warm air moves in for the middle to late end of next week. Have yourselves a good night.
And it's a good night for the Windsor Spitfires.
Spellacy snaps it over to the right side. Down low, deflected, they score. Another beauty power play goal by the Windsor Spitfires.
Cole Davis capping off a 4-goal streak to kick off the scoring for the Spits after 2 periods. It was a back-and-forth affair, however, in the third, with both teams trading goals early. But in the end, the Windsor Spitfires able to hold on to the lead. They're back in action tomorrow, taking on the Ottawa 67s. Well, Time Magazine has selected the Architects of AI as its 2025 Person of the Year. Time Magazine says 2025 was the year when the potential of artificial intelligence roared into view with no turning back. Time has named a Person of the Year since 1927, and on several occasions, it has named groups rather than individuals. And that is your news for tonight. Thank you so much, as always, to all of our viewers for watching this edition of Windsor's News Leader. Viewers including my father, who is celebrating his 67th birthday today. Not going to make a 6-7 joke. Going to leave that for maybe another birthday. Thank you to all of you for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful night.